Hi, T-Pain?
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, so it's Will Nash from B101 in Barrie, and you have a big show here Saturday night at the Rocks nightclub, right?
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about that in just a second, but just give me a little bit of an insight here. How did you finally get your first big break, and what were you doing right before that?
I wasn't doing crap with my life before. I mean, basically, just doing a lot of music, man, and just really getting in. It's a constant grind. The grind has to start before you make it. In order to make it, you got to grind. So it's all a big loop. I was just doing a bunch of music, man, and Akon found me, and, here we are.
Okay, now what was the first big purchase you bought with your first massive check?
Man, I can't even remember that. There's been so many massive checks, I can't really remember what the first one was. Man, let me see. Probably my first publishing deal.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that was pretty dope. That was $8 million, pretty cool.
Yeah, not too bad at all. Now, when did you first start using autotune, and what made you realize that it was really catching on?
Well, the thing about that is I didn't really care if they called on or not. I was going to use it regardless. but probably around 03, 04, something like that.
That's awesome. And what do you say to the people who diss you for using it, who give you a hard time for using autotune?
Everybody.
Like, what would you like to say to them?
You gotta read these blogs, man. You gotta see how many people hate it, but it's winning so much.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm seeing it out here.
Yeah, exactly. Now, myself, I have an iPhone, and I have to ask, what made you want to do the I Am T-Pain app? It seems like such a cool idea.
There was so many people that was trying to mimic me and just do what I did, so, I figured I might as well get paid for it, That's nothing wrong with that.
Awesome. Now, obviously, you've worked with everybody from Mariah Carey, Justin Timberlake, Chris Brown, and everyone in between. Is there anyone who you have not yet worked with that you want to, dead or alive?
I would have liked to work with Tupac. That would have been nice. That would have been fun.
Awesome.
I don't know how good the song would have been, but, it would have been an experience for me.
Of course, I'm on a Boat with Andy Samberg was so amazing. Everyone still talks about it, and it really showed that you have a big sense of humor. What was the reaction from that, and did you notice like a gain in your popularity from before you did that song and then afterwards?
Yeah, it was I got a whole lot more attention after that. You know what I'm saying? It was I just really kind of just went with my sense of humor and didn't really care what anybody said, man. And you know what I'm saying? I'm one of the few people that started doing that with them. So it was, they've been having trouble getting people to collaborate with them because it's all a joke, and a lot of people don't have sense of humor. And once I did it, it kind of opened up the floodgates, and everybody started doing it. So not as many people had a problem with it after I did it after me, I
think that's one thing that after watching that, if people didn't know that you had a sense of humor before, they definitely saw that after the I'm on a Boat video.
Right, exactly.
The TV show Glee, they covered your song with Jamie Foxx, Blame It on the Alcohol. What are your thoughts when shows do stuff like that to your music? What do you think about that?
I love it. That's bringing more attention to me. You know what I'm saying? That's fantastic. That's, every artist wants their song to be on, a show that they would never think that they would even, consider having them on. You know what I'm saying? Like, some, the contents of my songs and, some of the things I talk about and just the way I live, some people don't agree with that. And you wouldn't think that the cast of Glee would agree with that, so.
Yeah. Yeah, it was awesome. So, of course, we have the big concert, B101 presenting you live in concert this Saturday night at the Rocks nightclub here in Barrie. Super excited about this. Why should we go and see the show? What can we expect?
You can expect a lot of fun. I like having fun. You know what I'm saying? I do what I do because it's fun. A lot of people don't have the opportunity to enjoy their job, and this is definitely something that I enjoy. And I make sure that people get their money worth. Like, I don't just go in there and do a quick show and get out of there. Like, I'm gonna, I take requests from the crowd and I perform it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really the crowd show because this is what I do, and you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't get to see this all the time, so I make sure that people get what they pay for.
And that's awesome. And I think the cool thing is that a lot of your records, of course, are big party anthems, so it's just going to be a big party at the Rocks nightclub in Barrie, right?
Yeah, of course. And, being that it's a nightclub, that gives me more hype to just have a party and not so much a performance.
Awesome.
And I don't want to go around Canada doing the same thing the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a party every night, so I do different stuff. Everybody gets something different.
Yes, and I just want to remind, of course, our listeners that you can go to b101fm.com for all the details. You can pick up those concert tickets, too. It's going to be such an awesome night. I'm going to be out there. Thanks for your time.
Barrie's hit music. B101.